we didn't know what was going to happen in this meeting, but you need to be prepared for anything.
Anything.
Not have an SD card. Rip.
Tragic. Welcome back to episode 14 of the Hags Podcast. It's been a while, but we're back.
We are back.
I am recovering from the flu. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, but I can hear it. And I'm struggling to breathe a little bit.
Yeah, but you're powering through and you're here and you're ready to film and you're ready to yap. So you know what?
Bear with me. A couple updates. We posted a vlog. Was that yesterday? But by the time you're seeing it,
Sunday.
yes, we posted a vlog on
What's
Sunday.
Today?
Tuesday.
Tuesday, but this is going up on Thursday. Okay.
Yes.
We posted a vlog on Sunday. Please go check it out. I edited it while I was deep in the flu.
Down bad with the flu. So give us some support. Okay.
Down bad. Do it for me. Please go watch the vlog for me because it was hard to do that. With peace and love. Thank you.
We're pitching our feature.
Whose idea was this?
24 hours. Oh my. The vlog dives into a few days in our life leading up to our first ever pitch meeting. So it's really cool. It's kind of like more documentary style. We break the fourth wall though. It's cool. Go check it out.
It's cool. Yeah, it's nice to see so you guys can get a glimpse of like us as humans. I mean, I guess you get that on the podcast too, but like us day to day and how we operate when we have something that they're working towards. So
yeah, and I feel like it kind of maybe for newer filmmakers or people who are just starting in this industry demystifies us a little bit, shows us as humans, and shows like we're literally working from our couch. It's not that we're not doing anything crazy.
Working from our couch, we all are figuring it out as we climb up. We're fumbling upward, as everybody in this industry. I mean, really any industry and any goal. But yeah. Yep.
Yeah, so thanks in advance for checking that out.
Thank you, guys. That means you should watch it. It's not even if you're watching this, you should watch the vlog. So
yeah. I'm gonna yap a little bit about my updates real quick. So
yap away.
I don't know why, but okay, for the audience, I have really bad asthma and I have to get injections every month. And they work amazing. But I don't know why every time I go to Los Angeles, it's always like a couple days after where I get my injection. And this time I had the flu, so I had to reschedule. So I had the flu and my injection was worn off. So I've just been struggling. I got it today. And today's like the first day I came back to life. So like for the past 2 weeks almost, I've just not been in my home or I've been sick. So I guess I can say not much, but 2 weeks ago I was filming a movie and then I came back.
Wait, can I say one thing about the movie?
Yeah, I might cut it, but go ahead.
I won't say any names. This is a decent, good-sized movie that is being cast by one of the biggest casting directors. They're like of the top casting directors in the Southeast. And they personally called Cheyenne and said, this role would be perfect for you. And she got the role. Okay? That is huge. That's a big deal. That's what you get when you invest in a small, I mean, the Southeast is not small, but you know what I mean? You invest in the community that you're in and you build out those relationships and you work hard. And people take note of that and they want to work with you again. And she was a delight on her prior set where they were working and hired her. So they thought she would be perfect for this role. So that's a big deal. You can't skip over that. That's where people get in when you are in your career as an actor And I mean, auditioning, you're still gonna have to audition, but like when you're at a point in your career where people are thinking of you for roles and casting, like you've built those relationships and they're like, oh, she'd be perfect for that. Like that is so hard to get there. It takes so long. So you should be proud of what you've done. It's a big
Yes,
deal.
thank you.
Just
I'm
saying.
very grateful, very proud. It was a lovely experience. Yeah, so
Mm.
good stuff there. After I was done filming, I came to Maryland for my nephew's 16th birthday and his football game. And then the next morning, I flew across the country to Los Angeles and we worked and worked. We'll get into that later. And then I flew back Wednesday of the next week. And then I immediately woke up with the flu. So today is the first day I felt a little bit back to life. If you cannot tell by the yapping, it's the first day I've had caffeine in almost a week.
And we haven't
And
seen each other in a week. We haven't really been talking. So like, I mean, I guess we had a phone call, a meeting yesterday, but that's not the same.
we
With
split
me
our
rambling. Yes. I
um,
mean, anyway.
but yeah, so I was feeling a little, maybe dare I say, neurotic today, and I took everything out of my mom's pantry and I am reorganizing.
Oh,
You know, when you just get in those moods.
oh, I
Mm-hmm.
will get toothbrushes and I'm going in on the baseboards. Okay. I am like on the ground scrubbing with the brush.
So yeah, I'm on my hands and knees with the toothbrush kind of mood, and like there's so much to be done because I've been out of commission for like 2 weeks. And I got my injection today, so I'm ready to go,
Oh,
baby.
you're ready to go in on those baseboards.
Oh yeah.
You have great lungs for the next 3 weeks.
Yes. So that's about it for me. Anyone else?
Emily?
Um, I don't know. I feel like I've lived a million lives. I
What
feel
aren't we
so
all?
sick right now, and I don't know why. I have been sick since what week was it? The first week of August. I got a cold after we went to the Orange County Fair, and then I keep thinking, oh, it's over. And then it comes back. And like I was sick last week too. And then it finally went away. And now today I'm feeling nauseous and I just took a Zofran. Oh, and I have to get my wisdom teeth removed.
Oh, do you
So
have a
I've been
date?
taking, no, not yet, but I've been taking so much Advil because it hurts.
That's probably why you feel sick.
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah.
was thinking. I've chilled out. Like I literally, the pain was so bad a few days ago that I was taking 3 Advil every 4 hours. And then I had to chill it out. And today I've only had 4. So I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It's rough.
Hmm.
It's got to be those. Do you have an appointment scheduled?
Not yet. I have to call a dentist. I've gotten people in LA to give me Rex, but they're not in my insurance group. So that's fun. But
Mm.
you all can expect a lot of videos when I do get my wisdom teeth removed.
It's gonna be for me. Okay. I'm gonna
Yeah.
film everything.
Yeah. So that's my sickly life update. Oh, but I did start boxing.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
I started boxing, building muscle, kicking ass.
She is.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
going 4 times a week.
Are you gonna join the Y with me or no?
I don't think so. I don't, in my schedule, I couldn't make it to any of their scheduled classes. And like, if the only reason to go would be for basketball and tennis, we have a free park
No.
down the
Yeah.
road.
I'm going to lift. I'm not even doing the classes, so I don't even think
Yeah.
it's good for you to go.
Yeah, I don't care for like lifting and stuff. Like, I'll do it, but I don't think I would be dedicated to it because like I prefer boxing right now. So I'm just gonna take it one step at a time. And then maybe I'll come lift with you.
Are we
Me
all in
too.
our fitness era right now? Because
Or what?
our fitness era, I joined a gym.
Oh, yeah. I have been running my ass off. Literally, quite literally. Quite, it's gone. So we are building muscle.
Yeah.
And yeah, I had a personal trainer for a year and a half. And then when I moved here, I didn't have access to her anymore. So I need to
Mhm.
get back into, and I'm a better runner. I like my body isn't as achy. I've been going to bed when I lay down at night, my legs don't stop shaking. It is the craziest thing. Anytime I'm laying down, anytime I'm horizontal, I should Google this really. My legs shake. And it's only, this happens anytime I start running really heavily. Like my legs kind of go numb sometimes when I'm running. And I'm doing dynamic stretches and I'm doing what I need to do before a run, but it just, I don't know. It's not good to put that force
That's
on your legs all the time.
normal.
Yeah.
No, it's
Especially
not.
on concrete.
You
Yeah.
probably, yeah,
I
I
need turf.
think strength training will help, especially those
Yeah.
hip flexors.
That's it. Yeah. The hip
Mhm.
flexors are not flexing. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think dispersing running and strength training is optimal for me.
Mhm. Our sports era. I also bought a tennis racket and tennis balls and a basketball and a jump rope. And you already know about the trampoline. So yeah, we're in our sports era. And I bought boxing gloves, so now I have my own to punch people at home.
Watch out. Okay.
You know what? I could take some strays.
We'll do
You
some
know?
fighting. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I can hang.
Yeah. So that's fun. I
Yeah.
also got to house sit for my acting teacher this past week and watch his
Oh.
dog and cat. So I was a dog mom for a whole 4 days.
And you loved it, right?
Oh my God, I loved every second of it.
Yeah,
I was
that's so
sad
good.
last night without them. Like, I don't know, it's just nice, like, having something that you have to take care of. Because then I'm
No.
like, simultaneously, I'm like, oh, I'm feeding them breakfast. Why don't I eat breakfast too?
Oh.
Like,
No, I get it. I get it. And it's
yeah.
also, they're reliant on you, which gives you purpose. And then you feel
Yeah.
love because they like unconditionally love their owners.
Yeah.
It
And then
feels
like
nice.
they woke me up every morning, so I like actually had to get out of bed. Cause like today I slept through all my alarms and I was like, damn,
My
behind
alarms
on
didn't wake you
life.
up?
No.
Wow.
I literally fell asleep watching Five Nights at Freddy's and I woke up and my laptop was still playing movies and I found my watch history. And in my sleep, I had watched all Five Nights at Freddy's and 3 Transformers movies.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Girl, you slept a year. What time did you
Literally.
wake up?
At like 8. Or wait, no, I woke up at 7 and I responded to an email and then I accidentally fell back asleep and woke up at 8. Yeah, so if I had a dog and a cat, that wouldn't have happened.
Mm,
And just
you
like
know
getting
what?
to go walk with a
I'll go
dog.
wake you up.
Okay. That might make me mad, but
It would. Are you kidding? If I
Oh.
opened your door,
I would be murderous.
you would be 100% murderous.
Yeah, I just need a dog to go on walks with. I don't know how to control them though, because I was like, oh, this is gonna be a short little walk when I was walking his dog. And then an hour and a half later, she finally walked me back to the house.
Yeah. Well,
They're fun
you're
though.
small and she
I
could
know.
probably sense the like, I can take advantage of this girl, you
She
know?
could, but I
Yeah, and
didn't
she's like,
mind
I'm
it.
gonna walk her around.
I
Yeah.
kept being like, how about we go this way back to the house? And she would turn the exact opposite
like,
way.
No,
Literally.
you are the submissive one, not me. She
Yeah.
knew her laps. Wow.
Yeah. It was fun though. I liked it.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Pets are amazing.
They
Mhm.
are.
Shout out to Daisy.
Shout out Daisy. You know what? Daisy was the glue, really. The amount of editing time she spent with us,
Oh
the
my
amount
gosh.
of all the creative nonsense that we did in your apartment, she was always there,
Mm-hmm.
always supportive.
And waiting to be pet.
Okay, and this is foul. So
Oh no.
What?
Think about it, Emily.
we
Yep.
what was it? New Year's? When was that? It
It's
was
New
New
Year's.
Year's, right? Okay, get into this.
Oh, are we
Get
talking
into
about the
this.
dip?
7-layer dip is so good. Okay. 7 layers of like a taco dip, essentially. So good. And we'd been talking about this dip for weeks. We set it on the counter before we ate it, and Daisy got into it. It like took a chunk. And we just separated it by, what did we do? Like a chip wall or something?
A
We put like a
bowl.
chip wall, a bowl, that's what it was, to separate the Daisy section. And then we bodied the other section.
Listen,
So
we
it was
can't
like,
waste the dip.
no,
We
it
can't.
was amazing. I told my mom, and she was like, oh, she's so disgusted. I took the dip home and I
Mhm.
still continued to eat it.
We couldn't waste that dip. No way.
No
Mhm.
way. So good. Even though it's very easy to make and it was like $10 if even to make, but it was so good.
It was a really big tray of dip too, so where she licked was pretty far away.
It was. It was like 2
Sure.
inches. That's a lot. Nothing is traveling 2 inches. No. Yeah. And the amount of like taco seasoning, I feel like all of those synthetic ingredients like really counteracted the saliva. So,
Yeah.
yeah, we're fine.
And we brushed Daisy's teeth, so
Yeah, Daisy is she's she's got good oral hygiene.
yeah. So the Emmys were last night. I gotta be honest, I didn't watch. I don't have
I didn't watch either. I saw clips.
I
I
forgot.
watched I don't have streaming like TV. I suppose I could have gone downstairs, but I was still pretty sick, so I didn't. But I woke up this morning and I Googled the list and I watched, or wait, no, two Emmys were Sunday.
Mhm.
Sunday. Yeah.
I woke up yesterday morning and I Googled the list and I watched the opening monologue and I said, all right, I did it.
Aw. I love that Dan and Eugene Levy though hosted. They're so hilarious. There's like a bit that's going viral um of them like in opposite sides of
I
the
literally
crowd.
just
Have you
watched
seen
that.
that? He's like, "No, you said stage right." And he's like, "No, I didn't. I said right." And they're like arguing and then
House
like
right.
our house right, yeah, yeah. And then Dan was like waiting for the dad to pick up the line and he's like and then he turns around and yells at him. It's so funny.
I love them.
One of the things, me and Emily binged Baby Reindeer, and that show, that's one of the best shows I have seen in years. It was
Mhm.
so good. I have not, in this may be hyperbolic, but I have not seen a show depict like the non-perfect victim the way that that show did. Like
Mhm.
this guy is messy and he goes into the entire human experience of what like dealing with trauma and like sexual abuse and a woman that's stalking him, and he touches every thought that he felt during that time of his life, and it is it is so beautifully done. um so I was very happy to see that it won the limited
Mhm.
anthology series, or limited
Yeah,
or anthology.
it was
So good.
amazing. And his acceptance speech, I think
Oh,
for when he won Best Writer or something, it was amazing. Like
yeah.
just giving hope. He was like 10 years ago when this was happening, he didn't know like what he would be doing, where he would be, and now he's like on stage winning one of the biggest awards.
Yeah, he was like, I didn't think I could ever get my life together,
Mhm.
which is crazy because so much of his life, there were so many people hurting him in his life, and like he felt the need to, I don't know. Yeah, it was so good. And I remember the opening, it was the opening, it was the pilot, and there's like an opening shot of him like walking. Do you remember that, Emily? And it's like
Yeah,
the
I started
oh,
rewatching it.
it was so good. I was like, oh, that director. I like, we got to insert it or something. Like he's like walking and there's lights and the way that the camera's following him. We can't insert it. But
Go
so
watch it.
the cinematography, the directing, the writing, the acting,
The storytelling,
storytelling,
incredible.
so good. Like even like the way that they punch in on some of the shots when you're just like trying, you're getting into his head, like Richard's head, and they like punch in and like angle the camera down so you can just feel exactly what he's feeling. uh so good. Anyway,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't been watching a lot of television the past year because I don't know. I don't really have a lot of spare time.
That's fair.
also
I never do.
also it's hard. I think this is another thing too, and this is like weird, like dissidence of being an artist, is like we're trying to work in this industry, we're working on a feature film, we're doing a podcast, we're doing so many things entertainment related that sometimes at nighttime we want to watch a YouTube video, or we want to watch Big Brother or Love Island, and we want to like disconnect from this in this industry that we're climbing in. So I think that's very normal to take breaks of episodic storytelling and like going to the movies, because we live this every day. You know, we're going to class, we're auditioning, we're reading the trades, we're reading scripts. So sometimes you just gotta
Yeah.
take a
I
break.
think too, in my spare time, I do go to the movies. I love going to the movies.
I do too.
I just enjoy that way more than sitting down. Yeah, I also think there's so much content on streaming that it's a bit overwhelming
It
sometimes.
is overwhelming.
No,
Yeah.
literally. I can't decide. Like all weekend I was just like watching TV and stuff, but I like didn't have the energy to find a new show to watch. I was like, I just want something that I know I'll like. So I was literally watching old Disney Channel TV shows and old Disney Channel movies all weekend because I was like, I don't want to commit to something. I don't have the patience. I just want to watch something that I know I'll like and be at peace. And
Yeah,
it won't
it's
make me think
content.
too much.
Yeah, it's content paralysis. You've got
Yeah.
a thousand things to pick from. Whereas like a movie, you have 8 options and then you sit in a dark theater. You are forced to look at the screen. It's an entire experience that like forces you to focus on the story. Whereas when you're at home, you've got your phone, you've got life. Yeah.
Mhm.
And sometimes, like when I was sick, for example, I didn't want to have to pay attention to anything. I want to be able to, when I was sick, I wanted to be able to fall asleep and wake up and not be confused, which is why I brain rotted to Selling Sunset.
Um,
You
I
have
brain rot
to.
to Love Island all the time. All the time. I get it.
And I
Mhm.
enjoyed it
Yeah.
for parts I was conscious for.
Yeah. I wanted to say another thing about the Emmys. So our acting coach coached Lamorne Morris, Winston, as I live and breathe, Winston. He was in Fargo, and Anthony said that when he was coaching him, he was like, he's gonna win an Emmy. Like this guy is really, really putting in the work to do this character justice. And he won. So
And our teacher's name was on screen in his thanks.
yeah, it was really beautiful to see. I know, because I know Anthony's coached other people that have been nominated for Emmys. But it was just, yeah, it made me feel warm and fuzzy to see that the person that is our mentor is helping people, you know, reach their goals, reach their dreams, get the accolades that they deserve. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So,
really cool.
it was really cool. Yeah.
One thing about the Emmys, they're very behind because of the strikes and just everything combined. So I'm pretty sure this Emmys was for season 2 of The Bear,
It was season 2.
not season
Oh.
3, which came out recently.
That's why this sweeped, because it had the Fishes episode, which was one of the best written, best acted, best direct television episodes literally ever. Like, yeah.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
that was what, 2022, 2023? When did that come out?
I think it was 2023,
Okay.
and season 3 came out over the summer.
Yeah. Because
Uh,
everybody basically won an Emmy from
Yeah.
that show because it's so good. And that
Except
episode was so good.
leading.
Io.
Yeah, she didn't win.
It's because
Who
they're putting
won?
them in the comedy category. It's so stupid.
They wouldn't.
The woman from,
Yeah.
What?
From Hacks.
yeah,
Yeah.
Oh.
that was predicted too when I was watching the red carpet, which I can stream on YouTube. But yeah, that's like a highly talked about thing online right now. Why they're in the
About
category.
so
Mhm.
I initially didn't agree. And then I'm rewatching it, and it is a dramedy. Like
Yeah,
there's a lot. I mean, like Barry. Have you guys seen Barry?
Some of it.
No.
Barry's really dark, but it's a dramedy, and it was in the comedy series or section on the Emmys. So
Yeah, Shameless was always in the comedy category too. And at first I was like, what? But I understand it more with Shameless because that truly is a dark comedy. And it gets really dark at some points, but there are the
Yeah.
fun ones. I don't really see that with The Bear. I'm not gonna lie.
see,
There's
I
funny
didn't.
parts,
But there
like,
are
no.
comedic parts, not in the fishes episode, but like there are places. I think it's not as comedic as the bear or Barry or Shameless, but I don't think it could be in, I don't think it would sweep in the way that it would in the drama section.
They need like a dramedy section then, because like
They
you can't
do.
have the bear and then Abbott Elementary. Like those are two very different types and styles. Like
Makes
that's
no sense.
crazy. Yeah. Like they need a dramedy section. Because
They
like
do.
the bear is funny at parts, but like it's rooted in drama and trauma and chaos. Like it is not where you go for a good haha laugh for a whole episode. You'll probably cry and then maybe laugh. Like it's
Agree.
not a
I haven't even finished season 3.
I haven't even started it. Okay.
So-
So this is what constitutes a doesn't really answer. It says primarily comedic for comedy series entries or primarily dramatic for dramatic series entries.
See, I don't think it's primarily comedic.
mm-mm. It's heavy on drama.
Shameless was primarily comedic because the dark,
Yeah.
dark moments were not as common as the comedic moments.
So this is what the executive producer said. He said the show is true to life. Sometimes it's funny and sometimes it's real. What we try to do is tell a real story. Mm. Yeah.
A lot of people say this is just the discourse online. I don't agree or disagree. I don't really know where I stand, but they put it in the comedy category because it will sweep in the
Yeah,
comedy.
yeah. Because
Dramatic.
the dramatic, I mean, baby reindeer. Like you can't
Yeah.
they need a dramedy section. Yeah, you're right. That is really that toes a weird line.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like being like Breaking Bad's a comedy because there's funny moments sometimes. Like, no, it's not.
Yeah.
It would be, you know what, you're right. I think Breaking Bad is almost the same type of comedic, has the same type of comedic beats as The Bear.
Yeah. And that was, hold on, let me fact check this. Breaking Bad was, in fact, in the drama category.
Yeah. But there is violence in Breaking Bad, which I
There's
wonder.
violence in the bear.
No, not like Breaking Bad.
There can be violence in comedy.
I know you're right because the bear Barry had violence, which was a dramedy. Yeah, you're right. I don't know.
Violence doesn't inherently make it a drama.
No, it doesn't. But yeah,
Yeah.
I've
It's
seen that discourse online as well. That it puts them in a more opportunistic category if they are in the comedy. Anyway, the show was amazing. Thought the Emmys was great. I thought Dan and Eugene did a great job hosting. They were hilarious. It was fresh. I think it was nice to see a different host because isn't it always Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy like
I th-
no,
Mm.
Jimmy
I mean,
usually does the
that's the
Oscars. Yeah,
Yeah.
he usually does the Oscars.
the Emmys
Uh,
changed, I think.
Yeah, you're right. That does change. Anyway, I love their dynamic. So it was nice to see them on stage. And then when they brought up Annie Murphy and then did bits with Catherine O'Hara,
So
felt
good.
so good. It was so nice to see them all in the same room again after Schitt's Creek.
Yeah. I will watch more clips. And a question for the audience. What show that came out in the past year should I commit to watching? My favorite shows are Desperate Housewives, Breaking Bad, and Parks and Rec. So
Oh,
there's my taste. Let me know in the comments what show I should commit to because I do need to watch more television and I do need to be more well versed in it.
yeah.
And okay, I don't need to go on another rant, but all of my favorite shows get canceled. And after like 2022, I think it was when all my favorite shows got canceled, I was like, I'm done. I'm done.
Yeah, that sucks. So many series get canceled.
Promised Land, which I
Yep.
auditioned for the pilot, Single Drunk Female, and then there's some that I can't think of right now because I have brain fog from the flu. But
Yeah, Warrior was a show that I really liked, and it was about like Chinese and Irish refugees in California and like finding building out their culture. Anyway, it's a historical show. And they got a petition and they got a season 2. So, but it took years.
I should have started a petition.
You should have started a petition. Yeah.
I
Did
don't-
you see, before we leave the Emmys, did you see that Billy Crudup, how do you say his last name? Crudup?
I know you.
Won the Emmy for the morning show?
Oh, I did see that. Yes.
Yeah. Have you seen all 3 seasons?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you gotta finish it. So good.
I
This
know.
last season was so good.
I have Apple right now too because I was watching. Oh, this is a new show I watch, Land of Women on Apple
Oh,
TV.
I've heard that's good.
Yeah. A lot of it's in Spanish. It's like a bilingual show starring Eva Longoria. It's really good.
Mm. Have
Oh.
you seen Severance?
No, that's one that everyone says to watch.
If I have 5 best TV shows ever created, Severance is one of them. It is so good. You got to watch it. Ben Stiller, his directing in that show, incredible. Both
Maybe
of
I'll
you guys.
keep my
It's-
Apple TV for another month.
You could probably binge it in 2 days because it is.
I don't have time for
It's
that.
probably true. Yeah, well, you would be sacrificing sleep, which you probably shouldn't do as somebody trying to get over the flu. But
No,
it's really good. It's really good.
we need to jump into our main topic immediately
Yeah.
because we're in a time crunch. So today we're going to go over kind of like what we've learned, how our first meeting went, and where we're pivoting, and all the things, all the things. So without going, we can't spill too much.
Yeah. Basically, he's the director of development at a bigger production company, distribution company. And he wanted to be a guide / mentor for us. So like we met with him and he gave us like great advice on what we should do as a company, what we should do with the project that we're currently working on, and spent 45 minutes just giving us insight on where the industry is and what their company is doing to position themselves in this ever-changing industry. It was very kind, and it's hard in the city to find people that can support and lift you up. And I just feel like we've gotten really lucky with a lot of the filmmakers that we've met here that have offered us like a hand and given us all the resources that they were given and passing them on to us. And he did that. And the meeting was incredible. And it was I feel like I didn't coin this. One broke actress always says this, but in this career, you need like spoonfuls of hope to just like something to just like give you that motivation to allow you to keep moving forward and to like validate that this is where you need to be and we're doing all the right things. And that was a spoonful of hope for us. Like after we got done with that, I was like, okay, we're doing the right things. We know where we need to navigate. And it allowed us to kind of position ourselves and be realistic on what we need to do with our project that we're doing, how we can set ourselves up the smartest way in this market and what it currently is, and like create a more linear path to move forward.
Yeah,
So
100%. We also learned from that meeting that the big companies like the one this person works for aren't investing in our type of movie, which is fine. The big companies are, however, distributing movies like ours. So that gave us a clear idea of which path we need to take. And it doesn't necessarily mean we're not going to keep reaching out to the bigger companies, but we can put a realistic game plan in place and know what to expect. But the fact that they're still distributing movies like ours is a really, really good thing.
yeah, I think anytime there is a lull in this industry, like indie movies always bring it back to its place. Like I feel like there's always the pendulum of like recreating the same movie over and over again, or creating 1,000 like sequels or whatever, or creating different Yeah. Or there are the indie films that are being purchased by distribution companies and then put into theaters. And I feel like we're in that swing right now where people are wanting to, distribute high quality indie films. So that's what we're going to tap into. We're also, like Cheyenne was saying, instead of, we're still like playing with the idea of pitching the film, but I think the most realistic thing for us now is to go back to crowdfunding and repivot and spend the next few months creating more traction online and getting more visibility on the project as well as the company and who we are and where we're going, and to reroute back to crowdfunding. So all the work we've done to build the pitch is just going to make our crowdfunding stronger, our proof of concept stronger, and then just continuing creating brand awareness online so that when we do launch a crowdfunding campaign, we have a bigger base to support the project and the company.
Yes. And on top of pitching and crowdfunding, private investors as well, which I feel really equipped now that we've done all that work to plead our case for, and like why people should invest in us.
Yeah.
And also, this is something we knew, but it was, laid out on a plate and been like, here, look at this. That doesn't make sense, but you all know what I mean.
I know what you mean. On a silver platter.
Once we get like our first film out the door and someone buys it and we have a name to back us, like this is just an example, Netflix buys our film. When we go to the next film, we have way more leverage.
Yep.
And we knew that, but when it's put in your face, it's like, yeah, duh.
Yeah,
You're
we
right.
needed the mirror. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's definitely yeah, you're completely right. You need to look less like a risk and more of like that credibility of, having a repertoire and being able to follow through on a project, because so many people in this industry have been burned. So you need to prove them wrong. Show them that you're capable. Yeah.
And we are. And I think this meeting, for our first like big meeting, like we're not going to say who it is, but it was a big company.
Yeah.
Like it
It's
was a
very
big,
nice. Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
a perfect first meeting, rip the band-aid off. It was with a friendly face, and it was really good for us.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Yeah. We yeah, it was really good for us. I feel very happy and lucky, and it just I think it forced us to figure out, because we met with a producer and we talked about this on a later episode or an earlier episode on building a business plan for the film and seeing what it looks like now and how it can be fully completed. What's the marketing plan? What's the distribution plan? And we had to think through all of these things for the pitch. So it like not only was the meeting incredible, it just really honed in the tactical plan for the film.
Yeah, I think this is a good lesson for listeners too, when opportunities come like this, and you never know when they're going to, because we weren't expecting this. We didn't know what was going to happen in this meeting, but you need to be prepared for anything.
Anything. Yeah. We made a pitch. We practiced the pitch. We printed the script, and Cheyenne went through and formatted the entire script. We had a trailer. We had a business plan. If somebody were to ask us what we wanted to do with this film, we did everything we could for this meeting. All of us.
As
Like
soon as
we,
as soon as we got that meeting on the calendar, we immediately went to work. I think I probably spent literally 24 hours editing the script. Not in a row, not in a row, but like throughout the month. And then when I flew in, we went to the AGAS speech party for a couple hours, but then we immediately went back and we did nothing else.
yeah, that's what we did for 3 days straight. And like all of us, like all of the pitch stuff watched, all of the meetings that we had with other people to like refine what we needed to do, the run through. Oh my gosh, it was so much work. Yeah. Yeah, it's making us more competent, showing other people that we can show up and we know what we're talking about. and just creating a good footprint for ourselves out there in this industry.
I think the meeting also opened our eyes to what more we could be doing, and that we don't need to put all of our eggs in one basket. Because we're kind of pivoting a little bit. We're doing more stuff in new media and online. We're still doing the feature film, but now we're kind of like dipping our toe in the television pool, which is exciting.
Yeah, it is. It is. I think, well, so many artists have to like not do everything in the way that is do everything for the sake of doing everything, but do everything in the way that we're wanting to learn and build ourselves up. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like when you look at your lineup of like the next 2 years, I mean, Once Against Us is in post. We're obviously helping and doing stuff, a lot of stuff in post, but having something lined up immediately is where we want to be.
Yep.
We don't want downtime.
Yeah, agreed.
Emily, go ahead. Do you have any thoughts?
Oh, I agree with everything. I'm trying so hard not to throw up right now. Anyways, no. All good things. Yes. I'm excited for everything we're working on and how we're expanding Hag. We'll have a lot of new things coming. And yeah, we're
Yeah.
writing.
I think it's
Television is a less risky investment for the bigger companies, so
Yep.
And that's what the company we met with said that they were mostly looking for.
Which
So-
makes sense because even if even if it's not renewed, you're guaranteed to make money because it's on streaming and it's constantly being watched. Whereas a movie has a box office, which could flop. And it could be purchased, could whatever you do, VOD, could go on streaming, whatever happens, it's not always guaranteed to make money like a TV show is. So
yeah.
And you can even start TV shows from YouTube. So many people have done that, and
Oh.
that's how they've gotten their start. So, like, if we don't get our script picked up or our show picked up, we're going to be filming it ourselves. It's going to be on YouTube. People are going to see it, and it's going to be on your streaming services at some point.
If you watch Mail Order Comedy, which turned into Workaholics, like they made there's so many people like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, Io and Rachel Sennett. I made it sound like they were related, but yeah, so many people got their start from making long form content, putting it on YouTube or on new media, which is TikTok, social Instagram, and got picked up.
Yeah, and I think we've talked about this a lot over the past week or two. Things are changing. Like there's a pivot in the industry. You two have heard me say this a million times, but for the podcast audience, we went from silent films to sound. We went from the studio system to the depletion of the studio system. We went from film to TV. We went from movie theaters to VHS, DVD, and then we went from the traditional film to streaming. So there's just this is another pivot. This is another pivot. And we have to be adaptable and figure out where we fit in, how we want to fit in, and how we can make ourselves stand out.
And filmmakers that get in their head, because I know I get this way where it's like, oh, I got to make content. I got to like put myself out there online. I don't want to do that. I want to do like, think of it as white space. Like this is an opportunity for you to cut out all the middlemen and to create your own things and put it out there immediately for other people to view it and appreciate it. Like you don't have to like make an entire film, put it through a film festival. Like you get to have control and film it on an iPhone or film it, whatever you choose to do, and put it out there immediately. And like this is because it's such a new space. Like there's so many opportunities to try new things, which is exciting for creatives. I think, we're excited to pivot and to move with the industry.
Casey Neistat talks about that because he started in traditional media and then blew up.
What was his traditional media?
He started as a documentary and narrative filmmaker. He had
I did not know that.
He had
Damn.
films premiere at Cannes. He had an HBO series with his brother. And then
Jesus.
he went to YouTube and he was like, making my film and then immediately getting to put it on YouTube is more fulfilling for me than waiting for someone to buy it or for it to premiere because I get the immediate reaction. Now, whether that's healthy for your brain or not, that's a difference.
Did
But
his films do well on YouTube?
Oh yeah.
are you serious?
I've missed him. I know about his vlogs.
Casey
That's
Neistat
about it.
He's one of the most successful YouTubers in history.
I
Yeah, he's
missed
huge.
that.
Yep.
He's an incredible filmmaker.
Yeah, he is.
Damn.
His videos are amazing. He used to do a daily vlog. I think it started in 2016, and then he makes videos occasionally now. His videos, I love his videos.
Yeah, his videos are incredible. It makes sense. I just didn't know he had that prior like
His-
work experience.
His life story is fascinating.
Interesting.
He left home at I think 15 years old. 15 or 16, and then he got his roommate, I think it was, pregnant. And then he moved to New York, broke, young, single father. It's yeah.
Damn.
Now I want to look
It's-
up his life story.
Mhm.
He was next, or he was a couple blocks away from the World Trade Center on 9/11.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Yeah. Anyway,
Anyway, that yeah, to go back to taking yeah, you can take your career into your own hands and put it online. That's even Tina Fey said that. Like they were asking there's an interview with her, I don't know what it was, but they were like, what would you do right now in this industry if you were trying to build a name for yourself? And she was like, I would make content and put skits out online and surround myself with smart, funny people and make content with them and put ourselves out online. So yeah.
that leads us to our outro question, which we kind of quickly have to go through, unless you all have any other thoughts.
No.
No? Okay. I've seen so many TikTokers that I followed like a year, 2 years ago blow up and have their lives changed because of TikTok. And a lot of them have gone into mainstream media, traditional media. Yeah, that's kind of one of the new pathways to make it in this industry now. So our outro question today is, what is your favorite account to follow on TikTok?
Okay, I'm pulling mine up. Cool Guys Online. They do sketch comedy. Hilarious.
So how is it that you got into this?
I love working with kids, honestly. It's really fulfilling to me. I've always had a knack for it. I drop in the moment. I'm with the baby. We'll just connect.
We're going to picture in 5. You ready, Randy?
Yep.
All right, you got 30 seconds.
There you go. Where's your mommy?
Perfect.
Where's your
Thank
mommy?
you.
Yep, got it.
So good. I've been following this person, really good impressions. Kel, I've been sharing their stuff on my story all the time.
Yeah, I'm in an open relationship, open to any relationship at all, preferably long-term and monogamous.
I know that's it, bro.
Also, these two creators are going viral and they remind me of like Broad City. They're very like their dynamic together is really funny. They're like a good odd couple. Let me get their names. Marty Miller. Hold on. Marty Miller and Missy McIntosh. They're the ones that are like, good morning, girl. Time for waking up and getting all the way completely awesome. Coffee, dangle, dangle. I love them.
Girl, it's morning, girl. Time for getting all the way up and being completely ready to be awesome. Today is a day for you to jump hard, go extremely fast, or of course, coffee, dingle, dingle.
Okay. I have more, but I'm gonna let y'all go.
Okay. Emily, what's your top?
My top is the Rosenthals.
Father's Day lunch with Dad. Where is he, Mom?
Down there in the ground.
Here, Mark, have a fry.
I don't know if you've seen them, but it's the mom. Her name's Robin, and essentially it's her with her kids, and they just do like these funny skits all the time, and she's really funny. Like their dad died, sad, but they make comedy about it. Like on holidays, they'll just go to his grave and be like, "Oh, we're having a cookout with our dad," and then
I've
she'll be
seen
like,
that.
"Here, Mark, have a fry." So they're really funny. They do skit like stuff, and then my favorite guy who does skits is Adrian Bliss.
Wait, stop, wait. Huh? Why are you doing this? I'm hunting you. Yeah, but you're supposed to be an intelligent species. Huh? You shouldn't be wasting your time chasing after me. You should be eating things that can't run away. Huh. And now that I've invented farming, all our food is in one convenient place. Bravo! Excellent. I can't believe you've done this.
He gets in all these animal costumes, and it's only him and all of his skits, and he does stuff like the animals loading Noah's Ark, and I don't know. It's hard to explain, but it's really funny.
Well, the viewers can go. There's a fly in here. Okay. The viewers can go check it out. Comedy is a great way to cope with grief. So it sounds very interesting. Mine is not sketch comedy or skits, surprisingly, but her name is Wishbone Kitchen. Her name is Meredith.
I love her. Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm in shock. I just got home from the Tory Burch show, not even 2 minutes ago. Stripped down, put my PJs on, scrolling through my camera roll to see the pics I got at the show. Who the fuck is that? You're lying. You're fucking lying. What am I doing with my face? Why can't I ever just look normal in a photo ever? The resemblance is uncanny. Like, this is me. What is wrong with me?
She is my favorite. I followed her years ago when she was first starting her account. She started by posting Private Chef Day in the Life. And I've just followed her and I've watched her blown up. She's a cookbook coming out next year.
And I will be buying it.
The publisher, she's so cute and relatable. And I watched her go from dragging this cart around to living in a beautiful apartment in Brooklyn. And I'm just so happy for her. And she's just the prime example of putting yourself out there and coming from debt and no leads or anything to what she is now. So
yeah, she was a chef in the Hamptons for a couple of people, right? Yeah.
She started out of college. I think she was working for a
That's
magazine.
what it was. Yeah.
She was in a lot of debt from school, I think it was, and became a private chef because she hated working in kitchen. I could be butchering this, but she came from nothing, and then she just started posting her private chef content and up, and it changed her life. And now whenever she gets a PR package, I
know, same. I've watched all of her YouTube videos. She did a collab with Joe Jonas a couple of months ago, and I was like, oh girl, love it.
Yeah. And she's our age, so yeah, she's really cool. And she makes really good cooking videos. And
I know
it inspires me to cook and eat healthy, and it's damn fly. It's good stuff. So do you have something?
Wait, hold on. Just what we have to end at 4:15, Emily?
Yeah.
Earlier if possible, but
okay. Let me just round robin. Hold on. I can't. I feel like I'm leaving out so many creators. Oh, I also really like Nikki, and he has a podcast with, they do the PR predictions and talk about media. I like him, and I'll send you the thing. And then, I could list off 15 creators. I'm not going to do that.
Oh yeah. Same. She's my fave.
I think the last big one, well, I love Caleb Heron. He's also a huge one. He is in a similar story to us, where he's our age and was working a dead-end job and was writing jokes at his job, and then he got fired, and then he just continued to post funny bits online and his life and little anecdotes from his life. And And now he has a really successful podcast and is like touring. And he's hilarious.
Yeah. Just goes to show you what can happen when you put yourself out there. So thank you for listening to episode 14 of the Hags Podcast. Make sure you go check out our new vlog on our YouTube channel. Emily, where can they find us?
You can find us. You can find us at the Hags Podcast on Instagram and TikTok, or at Hag Productions on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
And Jimmie, where can they watch or listen?
You can listen on Spotify at the Hags Podcast. You can also listen on YouTube at the Hags Podcast, or if you go type in Hags Productions and then
Hag Productions.
I don't like it. I mean, I like Hag Productions, but it just Hag Production and then Hags Podcast in the community. What do you call that? In the playlist? What do you call it? What are you calling these?
But I do have an announcement. We will also be on Amazon Music. And I'm pretty sure I can get us an Apple this week.
Oh my God.
But I
couldn't.
I had to do it for work, so I think I can do it.
Did you have to do a tax or EIN?
No.
Oh, well, if you got to tell me your secret. You know, I could really go through Reddit and figure it out, and I just haven't done it. So that's honestly my fault. I've dropped the ball.
We're busy gals, but we're
so busy. Yeah.
Behind the scenes upgrades. We're going to have some visual upgrades coming soon. I know we promised it a while ago, but it's coming. Thank you so much for listening or watching. And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.